I lived here in the United States for about 28 years as an undocumented individual. I got my undergrad as an undocumented individual, and it was a rough journey. It was a journey that I felt alone and I couldn't share because I was the first one in my family to graduate college. And my family's never even made it past, at least my mother and my biological father never made it past elementary school. And so to have this kind of, I want to say like this atlas, like the weight of the world on you, carrying, everybody's pride of going to college was exhilarating, but at the same time it was overwhelming. It was I didn't know who to tell because, when you're an immigrant, sometimes you think about like, you fear of failure because of all the sacrifices people's done. There was a moment, and I wrote this in my dissertation, where I had to rescind a university acceptance because there was no way I could afford it. And so I was crying on a city bus, openly weeping and thinking like, what's the point of going to college if you're undocumented? Like, what's the benefit of this? Is there even a reason for me to keep going? But I decided to keep going. And so for me, to be on the other side and tell people, hey, it's possible, at least kind of redeems that moment for me, because crying openly in a public bus is a little embarrassing, but it's kind of a redeeming moment. It's if I could go and see if I can show myself to that younger version of myself in the bus and tell them that everything's gonna be fine, then that's great. And so I'm hoping that I can share that story and tell others, it's gonna be fine. There's a value in education. There's a value in keep going and persistent and being resistant and resilient, because that matters ultimately to yourself, but to everybody around you. It has a value.